A sentence in Zhao Changpeng's new book was attacked by Starship, unearthing the truth behind the smear campaign back then. From the Iron Triangle to strangers, after 10 years of business warfare, who won and who lost is clear to everyone. Iran has played a new card, charging transit fees only in Bitcoin. Dogecoin is turning from a meme coin into a payment system, so should retail investors run or buy? Thursday, April 9th. This is BTV Chinese channel. Where is the Crypto Alliance? I'm Michael. Our channel will work even harder during the bear market. We will broadcast our channel simultaneously in Japan, South Korea, Vietnam, Thailand, and Spanish-speaking regions, using local languages and local anchors. Let's first look at the 24-hour data headlines you must follow in the crypto world. The coin price is up a little bit, right? But the trading volume is shrinking, which is the most realistic picture right now. As of around 1 p.m. today, the price of Bitcoin is around 71,800, an increase of 4.4%, which looks pretty good. But if we look down at the on-chain data, the trading enthusiasm of ordinary retail investors is falling. What is a weak rise? It's exactly like this. The price is rising, but the underlying data doesn't tell you if retail investors are following. Only institutions are quietly building positions. Historical experience tells us that when trading volume and price diverge, there will be two outcomes. First, after the main force finishes accumulating, retail investors will follow due to FOMO, and the price will continue to rise. Second, retail investors can never keep up, and when the price corrects, they end up getting liquidated instead. Looking at the ETF data, institutions are actually positioning themselves and have been providing support. So today's lesson is, don't just look at whether the price is rising, but look at what the trading volume is actually doing. Only when trading volume hits a new high is it a real rise. The current rise is at most a rebound. In the past 24 hours, the most discussed topic on Twitter has been Dogecoin. I took a look and Dogecoin is up 6.3%. It's a minor increase, but digging deeper, 4 signals behind it have all converged. The X-Money payment tool has launched a beta version, and Dogecoin might turn from a meme coin into the mainstream payment token for X-Money. Institutions bought a total of 1.7 billion Doge in March, which shows they are optimistic about the long-term value of this coin. And 2 Doge ETFs have been launched, so retail investors can buy Dogecoin directly from brokers. At least it seems the government's attitude is very positive. But here's the question: how large is the X-Money user base? Are institutions holding long-term or trading short-term? Why would Dogecoin win? I believe Dogecoin relies on its strong community foundation, the POW narrative, and true decentralization. Even if X-Money doesn't choose Dogecoin, no one will doubt Dogecoin's inherent payment attributes. Okay, let's look at the meme coin market, which is starting to go crazy again. Recently, the top 5 on the gainers list are WIF at 18.5%, BONK up 14.2%, Pudlana, also a dog-themed coin, up 12.8%, and Meminator up 9.6%. Dogecoin is up 6.3%. The key is that the top gainers are all pure-blooded new meme coins, which are extremely high risk. How high they can rise depends on how crazy the community is. If I had to choose one, I think BONK is worth watching, because at least it has Solana's historical ecosystem data as support, and the community is also pretty good. A 14.2% increase isn't crazy yet. It's safe to say we haven't reached the peak. But the biggest risk with meme coins is that they skyrocket on day 1 and could hit 0 by day 2. Does anyone remember the Slurf token? Its market cap hit 100 million in 30 minutes, right? 3 months later, it's gone, completely vanished. So with meme coins right now, everyone should just watch for now. Be very careful about buying in. Zhao Changpeng has a new book out. We have the ebook version. If you share this episode and email a screenshot to the address on the screen, you can get this digital copy of CZ's memoir. In the opening of the memoir, there's a passage where he says, and I quote, "This book is a personal memoir and a work of nonfiction based on personal memory, understanding, and perspective. Given the passage of time or subjectivity, there may be discrepancies in the details." Why mention this disclaimer? Because the first thing this book blew up wasn't Bitcoin's market or price, but one of the oldest grudges in the crypto world being dug up. It's reignited that well-known industry feud all over again. Caesar explicitly mentions in the book that during the investigation, Starshoe acted as a state witness, essentially throwing all the other crypto big shots under the bus. So this old score is being settled once again.
From 2019 to 2020, Starshoe and Leon Lee were both pushing for Hong Kong listings via shell companies. Some funds were routed through underground banks in Shaanxi. That line was later investigated, and both were caught up in it. In October, Starshoe was investigated first. In November, Leon Lee and Huobi's core team were taken away. In December, Leon was sent to Shaanxi. It wasn't until March 2021 that things normalized and both returned to work. Afterward, Starshoe remained active and vocal on X. Leon Lee went completely silent, becoming a ghost.
Alright, so where's the issue? CZ's book mentions Starshoe was a state witness, and the market started piecing it together. All these connections and timelines emerged. One of the most controversial theories is, look, first, Starshoe went in first, then after he reported Leon Lee, and with the confirmation in CZ's book, Leon Lee was taken in immediately after. With both founders in trouble, the public outcry just exploded. Starshoe came out immediately to deny the whole thing. You know the saying, sometimes you offend someone not because you said something wrong, but because you said exactly the right thing, which is why they're so furious. And Leon Lee's silence right now, as both the accused and the victim, is quite deafening. But the question is there really a feud between Starshoe and Leon Lee? Many think so, but if we look at the timeline clearly, there's really not that much drama.
In the crypto exchange race, Leon Lee was an early entrant. A Tsinghua master's in automation with an Oracle background, he had a solid technical foundation. He founded Huobi in May 2013. A month later, Starshoe followed suit. A physics graduate from Renmin University of China, he hailed from Hongzhe, Jiangsu. His style was more aggressive. In June 2013, he founded Dogecoin, which is now HKEX. From that moment on, the two weren't just rivals, but competitors in the same arena, targeting the same users and market. Naturally, the competition heated up.
Starshoe and Leon Lee actually have very different personalities. Starshoe is flamboyant and loves the spotlight, constantly posting on X, right? He's always picking fights with people. He's a controversial figure people love to watch. Leon Lee, on the other hand, practically vanished after selling Huobi. He's very low-key and conservative. Even back at Huobi, he rarely made public appearances. People in the industry say he has high emotional intelligence, is a great manager, and a compelling storyteller. But he never actively seeks out the limelight. One loves being front and center, while the other prefers staying behind the scenes. This personality clash is often interpreted by the market as a fundamental opposition. Now, let's look at the landscape. Among the big three exchanges, OKX, Huobi, and Binance, the rivalry between OK and Huobi was the most direct, as Binance had already pivoted towards the international market early on. So, for a long time, OK and Huobi were fighting for the same users, traffic, trading volume, and user loyalty. Their data was constantly being compared. So, at its core, it was purely business competition. But here's the thing. Do they really have a personal vendetta? I'm not so sure. These stories of backstabbing and grudges are just industry gossip. But what's it like behind closed doors? I believe in burying the hatchet over a drink, or perhaps something else later on. If a friendly photo of them surfaces, the whole thing will blow over. But as for the drama so far, I think Starshoe bears some responsibility. If he hadn't responded, the media wouldn't be making such a big deal out of it. Why do I say that? Because after being forced to clear up the rumors about Leon Lee, Starshoe didn't stop there. He turned around and attacked CZ, basically saying, you're not so clean yourself, despite what you wrote in your book. He even dug up CZ's past, like his employment and resignation history. Contract disputes, market manipulation allegations, his status as a state witness, and so on. He aired it all out. But what did this attack trigger? It reignited the deepest feud in crypto history, the breakup of the Iron Triangle.
In 2014, Changpeng Zhao sold his house in Shanghai and invested all $1 million into Bitcoin. He met He at a forum in Hangzhou. Impressed by his talent, He urged Starshoe to hire him as CTO of OKCoin. After joining, CZ took charge of the exchange's core technology, on-chain trading framework, custody, security, and product development. He also handled international promotion due to his fluent English. Together with Starshoe and He, they formed the famous Iron Triangle of the crypto world. After CZ joined, OKCoin's technology saw a major upgrade, and its market share soared to 60%.
According to current and former OK employees, Starshoe is a very decisive person who demands absolute control. CZ, meanwhile, is a technical genius. Back then, the two had different visions for OK's development. The divergence in their technical paths was deepening. The conflict was fully triggered in 2015, sparked by a single event. What was it? The lease for the domain name Bitcoin.com had expired. Xu Mingxing didn't want to bear the cost anymore and shifted the blame to CZ, who was about to leave. At that time, a smear piece suddenly appeared in the market, accusing CZ of taking on private projects, which also implicated He. This became the most controversial focus of public opinion that year.
He Yi was devastated after reading the smear piece. She fired back on Weibo, saying, "You had a falling out with Roger Ver, the founder of Bitcoin.com, and blamed CZ, and now you're attacking me." This pair triggered the biggest feud in the history of the crypto world in 2015. CZ wrote 1,600 words accusing Xu Mingxing of faking trading volume, false reserves, and financial opacity. Xu Mingxing countered by saying CZ's academic credentials were fake and that he betrayed the company's interests.
And it was this smear piece, this turmoil, this very event that directly led to He Yi's decision to resign. She made a choice to go to Binance with CZ.
On December 17, 2019, Xu Mingxing accused He Yi and Zhao Changpeng on Weibo of being a couple and breaking company rules. He Yi struck back directly. "You wanted to shift the blame during your feud with Roger Ver, and to attack CZ, you personally fabricated that smear piece to insult me. I only decided to leave after reading those insults, and now you're talking about professional ethics?"
So this one sentence exposed the whole truth. The smear piece wasn't accidental. It was personally fabricated by Xu Mingxing to attack CZ. This was the fundamental reason for the breakdown of the Iron Triangle relationship. And what's even more ironic, the market responded to everything with data. In 2015, CZ left in anger and founded Binance. By 2018, Binance became the world's largest exchange, and now, even at its lowest, Binance has a 43% market share, while OK's highest is 11%. The gap between them is massive. It's been 10 years and the former Iron Triangle members have gone their separate ways. Xu Mingxing is still running HKEX, but everyone knows where they stand in the market. CZ is still the founder of the world's largest exchange. In 2023, he was imprisoned for 4 months after pleading guilty to money laundering charges. But his influence is still growing. He Yi and CZ have 2 children together and are now settled in Abu Dhabi. He Yi is still the co-founder and co-CEO of Binance. In the face of Xu Mingxing's recent outburst, both CZ and Li Lin have remained silent, offering no response so far. Perhaps they feel it's not worth refuting. In truth, after 10 years of business rivalry, the winner was decided long ago. Only Bitcoin is accepted for crossing the Strait. It's become a tool against sanctions. After 4 years of purging, NEXO tells you that the platforms that survive are actually the most valuable. So how can retail investors survive the volatility of a bear market? All right, gossip aside, let's focus on the news. Just 2 weeks after the US-Iran ceasefire, Iran has already started introducing new rules in the Strait of Hormuz. They're saying the toll for each tanker is $1 per barrel, with mandatory payment in Bitcoin.
Analysts warn oil prices could soar to $120 to $200 a barrel, while it's only $60 to $80 now. What does doubling mean? Global energy costs are soaring and imported inflation is spiking instantly. The Fed's rate cuts are tough and a strong dollar is directly hitting risk assets like BTC. In other words, Iran's move could significantly slash your crypto investment returns.
We have been warning since 2023 that escalation left unchecked will get us into a situation where it cannot be controlled.
Looking at it from another angle, this is good news. Nations are using Bitcoin to evade sanctions. What does this indicate? It shows BTC has upgraded from a speculative asset to a financial tool. In the long run, this adds value to Bitcoin. But in the short term, the market will surely be hit by uncertainty. So retail investors need to understand, this dip might just be the prelude to a rise.
So regardless, the US didn't destroy Iran. Regardless, the Strait of Hormuz is still open for passage. Future oil prices will definitely face the risk of long-term high expectations. Regarding the impact on coin prices, this round of bear market or this dip won't end that quickly. Think back to the crash in 2022, where platforms were failing one after another. BlockFi, Celsius, Voyager, and Genesis all died. At that time, I was thinking, is there no hope for this industry? Is digital currency just going to be destroyed? Now, 2026, 4 years have passed. Have you noticed an interesting phenomenon? In the CeFi space of the crypto world, the platforms that survived have instead become the most worthy objects of study. Why? Because surviving itself shows they know how to play the game. Let's take NEXO as an example today. In an era where all exchange platforms were competing on who had higher leverage and more aggressive returns, they actually survived. Stablecoins kept in wallets will only be eaten by inflation, and the 2 to 3% returns offered by DeFi are simply not enough. So the question is, should your funds return to CeFi? The result is only one choice, which is if you choose to, then for large capital, NEXO is a very good choice.
Looking back at 2021 to 2022, most platforms were competing on leverage and returns. The more aggressive they were, the faster they died. NEXO took a different path, actively controlling risk. Although they once collaborated with 3AC, the business hadn't even started before the other party collapsed, which was like avoiding a minefield in advance. During the same period, BlockFi went bankrupt due to heavy positions in FTX. Celsius was caught in the Luna crash, and Voyager was dragged down by lending to 3AC, while NEXO chose diversified allocation. There's only one result. They've survived until now. This isn't luck, it's decision-making power. CeFi, to put it simply, is when you give your money to a platform to earn money for you. The stablecoins you deposit will be used for lending, trading, or investing to earn higher returns, and then a portion is shared with you. So 9% isn't risk-free interest, but a share of the platform's profits. This also means your money is being reused. Once there's a problem in the market, the risk will be passed back. Compared to DeFi's 1.5 to 3% yield, it's more transparent, lower risk, and automated. Wanting 9% is essentially trading higher risk for higher returns.
Why has NEXO survived until now? First, its executives all come from financial backgrounds. They understand risk control. Second, its asset scale is large enough that it doesn't need to gamble everything for extreme returns. Third, and very crucially, it proactively embraces compliance, obtaining licenses and acquiring banks. This isn't just passive reaction. Even when facing regulation, it continues to disclose information without hiding anything. All these factors combined are the real reasons why NEXO has been able to survive. And now NEXO has come to Asia with great sincerity, choosing BTV as its very first stop. Scan the QR code on the screen now, or enter the exclusive invite code BTV888, register and deposit funds, and new users can immediately enjoy a 2% bonus with up to $5,000 worth of NEXO available.
U.S. investment bank Morgan Stanley has officially launched the Bitcoin Mini Trust with the NYSE ticker MSBT. The last bastion of traditional finance has been breached. Small investors can now hold BTC like institutions, starting from $500. Following the Grayscale Mini Fund, another major capital inflow channel has been opened up. The Cardano Foundation has established an $80 million Bitcoin liquidity fund, targeting a $3 billion DeFi ecosystem by 2030. The intent is clear. Cardano is no longer competing for the meme coin market and is instead pivoting to DeFi yields. If executed correctly, Cardano could potentially upgrade from a mediocre chain to a DeFi powerhouse. Japan's Metaplanet raised 137 million yen, setting a new record for Web3 financing in Japan. This is backed by the market recognition of 5 million Japanese crypto users. Square Enix and Sega are both making moves in the gaming sector. Japan's $2.8 billion gaming industry is moving on-chain. This is a $100 billion level market. Bitget Wallet has partnered with Japan's NEXO to launch real-time stablecoin payments. Japanese convenience stores and supermarkets will soon accept cryptocurrency payments. This isn't just conceptual hype, it's a real-world transition from a speculative tool to a payment tool. In Japan, the world's most advanced payment market, this step is truly significant. U.S. prediction market leader Polymarket has launched its own stablecoin, Poly, and started an airdrop. This signals an escalation in competition. Every sector now wants its own native token. Can Poly capture market share from USDC or USDT? It's unlikely, but it shows how deep the Web3 obsession with decentralized currency truly is.
All right, that's all for today's program. I know everyone's feeling frustrated during this bear market, so if there's gossip, we'll try to share more of it, along with some industry secrets. If you want to know about industry unwritten rules or have questions about a specific sector, person, or exchange, leave a comment. We'll do our best to dig up the inside scoop for you. It's a bear market. A little entertainment is good for everyone. All our membership benefits are listed here. We hope you'll join us so we can all work hard together and gradually get rich. See you tomorrow.